Okay. Welcome everyone. My name is Chris Schweda from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm flat out excited tonight to be able to share with you all something that has made a major impact in our life in so many ways. What we've been able to experience in the last year has been nothing short of amazing. And you know, it's really been a crazy 13 months. A little bit, roughly 13 months ago, a friend of mine had been sharing with me some results they were getting on a product for a couple months, just kind of sharing, what was happening for them. And, if you're like me, I'm a little skeptical, and it sounded a little bit too good to be true when you heard what all this product was doing for people, and especially when you're talking about something as simple as coffee. I was just blown away. I was like, really? Coffee's doing all that? So to say I was skeptical is an understatement. But what I found out was, after watching other people start to share, like a good friend of mine, Shanna, that started to share, what was happening for her and how she was sharing this with people and how people were just being lit up by this product and absolutely blown away by the results on what it was doing. So much that most people, when they tried it, most people, even within the first time, wanted to try it for a month and say, if this continues, I mean, this is just crazy, right? So let me share a little bit about where I was a year ago and kind of contrast, what it's done for us. A little bit over a year ago, actually in 2015, at the end of 2015, I was making an incredible income with the company that I was in. And what happened is it literally just started to, the company was making some changes, and it really wasn't the simplistic thing that we had done to get where we were. And top that off, I got sick. I'd had a surgery in 2012 that, kept getting these little infections where it'd be like a boil and go away after a couple days. No big deal. Take a couple pills, done. Well, I remember in September, one morning, I went out on the boat with some friends, and I got behind the boat, and literally I could not move. And when I landed, it sounded like, it felt like somebody was stabbing me. Fast forward, I ended up being stuck in bed for close to 4 months. This infection was just basically, and they didn't know what it was, and it took over 6 months to even figure out what it was that I was dealing with. So I had tried everything you can imagine holistically to try to, heal this thing and get it taken care of, from antibiotics to, natural holistic things. And during this time period, my income went from being a very strong 5-figure monthly income to not enough to pay the bills. I went from having money in the bank and a savings, perfect credit, my dream boat. Our family's big time into surfing and wakeboarding and all that behind the boat. We did that every day of every weekend. I was into mixed martial arts, which I did literally hours every single day. I trained racehorses in the morning. So to say that I was active is an understatement. So imagine going from being there to and making great money to being stuck in bed for almost 4 months to our income going down way less than what our bills were. Now going $40,000 into credit card debt. And, I lost my boat, just everything. My whole life was turned upside down. So when they were sharing what this coffee was doing for people, from anxiety to depression to, all of these things that I was hearing happen, I was like, I need to try this stuff. Not to mention the appetite suppression, not to mention, people were losing weight. That was not my goal, right? But with that being said, guys, the first time I tried the product, it blew me away. I could not believe how I felt. The anxiety and depression that I was dealing with, which I'm one of those people that, I'm like, how do people get depressed? I do personal development. I can't get depressed. I found myself being depressed. I found myself, not even being myself. I didn't even know who I was anymore. And what I can tell you is that this just made me forget about all that. And for the first time in now 3 years, I felt normal. I remember going into Lowe's the first time I ever tried it, and I went in there and I was just so happy, and like messing with people in there. And I remember, kind of trying to talk them down on a barbecue pit and all that, which I couldn't afford at the time anyway. But it was fun to do. And like, I don't think many people go to Lowe's to have fun and laugh and giggle and all that, but that's where I found myself. So I realized that we had a home run from a product perspective. So got started in the company from a business perspective and started sharing the experience that I had, started sharing the experience that friends had. And in a very short amount of time, because we shared it with some people that shared it with some people, financially our life started to turn around. But guys, what this product does and what we're talking about right now is coffee. What is this? It's an instant coffee, and it comes two ways. It either comes in a stick format like this for on the go, or there's a little tub that you can literally scoop a scoop into your coffee cup and, try it like that. So some of you all are like, well, how does this work? I can tell you it works amazing. And if you're right-handed, you stir it with your right hand. If you're left-handed, you stir it with your left hand. It's really that simple. And what it does, and guys, I'm not a scientist, and I'm not a big ingredient person. I'm not the person that reads the back of every label and all that. I know some people are. What I can tell you is that this stuff has all kinds of good stuff, all kinds of natural things that balance out your hormones, according to what I've heard the doctors explain. Actually, I just heard it over the weekend, or I wouldn't even know what I'm talking about here, because I'm not explaining all that stuff to people. But what it does, it balances out your hormones, and then your brain is naturally releasing the happy chemicals. And we call it dose. Why are we calling it dose? Well, because there's a bunch of words that I couldn't pronounce a little while back that this releases from your brain, like dopamine and oxytocin and serotonin and endorphins. So guys, if you're like me, you don't have to understand what all that means. Just know you drink this stuff and feel amazing. Guys, when you look at this on it, they call it smart coffee. We call it happy coffee because of all the things that it does, like weight management, mood enhancing, nootropic infused, happy coffee. Most people would read the bag and say smart, happy, lose weight, increase energy, enhance clarity, boost memory, burn fat, curb cravings, elevate mood. I want to try some of that stuff. So if you're like me, you would basically want to try it too. Now, top that off, we call it dose because the coffee releases the dopamine, the serotonin, and endorphins. And this happy pill, which is called Xanthamax, which I couldn't pronounce a year ago, I had to call it the happy pill because I couldn't, it starts with an X. What's Xantho, right? I didn't know what that meant. But what I can tell you is that when you take these two products together, what it's doing for people is absolutely amazing. But don't take my word for it. What I want to do is turn it over to some other people that can share their stories and what it's doing for them. So because we did not have pre-set up people to basically share on the call tonight, it would be so appreciative if we could have 4 or 5 people just jump on board and share what the product has done for them, spend a minute or so sharing what the product's done for you. So who's going to go first?
Hey, Chris Wader.
What's up, Sean McLean? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's like a day ago. So yeah, guys, I won't take up much time, but just real quick, I got on this product. I knew within the first cup of coffee that we had something special. Although I was so skeptical, I didn't tell anybody about it. Day number 4 of being on the product lit me up night and day. Everybody knows us as being very outgoing and positive people everywhere we go. What they didn't know was for about a year and a half, I had been stuck in a depression. It took me about 6 months of being on this product to even say the word depression. So literally, it's like night and day difference. And I was kind of like that guy that Chris was talking about. It's like, ooh, people get depressed. Like, this is weird. I go to the gym. I do these things. I don't get depressed. But mine wasn't like the hide in the shadows, get quiet, get away from people depression. It was like I was just so angry and mad at everything. You just let a leaf fall off the tree and I would just lose it. And there was nothing I could do. I couldn't stop it. I could feel it coming on. So anyways, using the combination of this coffee and Xanthamax, producing them happy chemicals, it has been an amazing 14 months now. And we just can't stop sharing this with people. It's literally changed our lives and changed hundreds of others. So give it a shot. You got to, until you try it, you can't describe. It's ineffable. You just got to try it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sean. Who is going to be our next share and share what the product's done for you? Don't everybody jump out there at once. It's chaos out there. Chaos. Let me call on Tim Taylor. What's up, Tim Taylor?
How's it going, guys?
How are
Can
you?
hear me?
We sure can.
All right, I'm going to make it quick because my phone's about to go dead here. I've been going through some health problems, issues on and off for the last couple years. Having a lot of problems with my kidneys. Not feeling good. I fell into a state of depression and pretty much shut everybody out. I didn't want to be around anybody. My performance at work sucked. The way I treated everybody around me sucked because I didn't feel good. So, I mean, I didn't treat those around me good. I knew about the product, but because of the way I was feeling too, like Sean's a real good friend of mine, but he was one of the people I shut out even. And so finally, after, so long of just feeling like this, I didn't want to feel like this anymore. Something had to change. I called him up and I was like, all right, dude, you got to let me get in on this. I'm tired of feeling like this. And I got some of the product. Fast forward, that was been probably 3-4 weeks ago, a month ago. And here 3-4 weeks later, I mean, I'm completely different. My attitude's changed. I feel good again. I'm lively now. I'm energetic. I mean, I still hurt and stuff some. I have some health problems, but I'm not cooped up in my bedroom and, shutting everybody out now. So, I mean, it's definitely made a difference for me.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tim, for sharing. We appreciate you. It was great getting to know you and meet you and have you stay at our house for a day. So it was great connecting with you.
Same to you, Chris.
I see we have a lovely lady that's going to share with us. Patricia, are you going to share with you?
Yeah, hey there, Chris. It's actually Nola. I know I'm one of those chicks with a confusing name.
Like Nola, that's New Orleans, Louisiana. I have shirts that say that.
Yeah. Listen, I'll give you a bit of just a brief thing about me. So basically, for the last sort of 8 months-ish, I'd been out of work. I was suffering depression. I was just in a hole. And I'm overweight, but I really wasn't looking for anything to lose weight. I was looking for something to give me an energy boost. And I would Google stuff like magic pill, right. Things like that. But what I came across is a group, and it had this stuff called Happy Coffee in it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll give that a look. There was one woman in there that I knew. Just one woman. So I messaged her. I'm in Australia. She was in New Zealand. So I messaged her and I said, is this stuff legit? Like, are you on it? She said, Nola, I can't even tell you. Like, my life has changed in 6 weeks of taking this stuff. And I said, righto, well, I'll give it a whirl. So then I found out that we couldn't get the coffee. So I trusted in the Xanthamax and the Keto Cray. And I ordered that. So I'm now into my 4th month. And I can tell you within 6 weeks, I dropped 9 kilos. I've now dropped 11 kilos, which I think is close to 30 pounds, which is accidental. But the things about me, my relationship was falling apart. I was angry all the time. I couldn't focus on anything. I hated being in my own skin. 6 weeks later, that was all changing. I started focusing on my relationship and I came to a really hardcore truth that 85% of the problem was me. when my hormones started balancing out, and I realised that this isn't the person that I actually am in my core. So these are the things that it's done for me. You know, my marriage is back on track. I've got so much more patience for my kids. I've got a job, which I've snuck out of to do this. And I just feel in total control. I'm able to inspire other people through the examples that I'm setting. I'm patiently waiting for that coffee. I know I keep asking those questions, but I am still patiently waiting for that stuff, because I tell you what, when we get that here, it's going to implode like a bloody volcano. And, you know, already the things that we're selling is the Xanthamax and the Keto Cray. I've got my 8-year-old daughter on the sleep patches. Yep, she's sleeping like a champ. And it's just amazing the difference that a full night of quality sleep can give to your kids. Focus better at school, more patient, less tantrums. You know, I'm in constant contact with Kim and Sean, who are great mentors and great leaders. And I just feel really grateful for this opportunity. And yeah, look out for my name, because I'm going to blow up this place.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Nola. And I've actually heard your name quite a few times. I've just never
sweet.
met you before, so it's great meeting you over this over the Zoom tonight. And thank you so much for sharing. That's an amazing story. Thank you. Let's get another lady out there. I know we have a lot of incredible stories in the ladies. We've already had 2 guys share. We have 1 lady that shared. Let's see if we can get another 1 or 2 ladies, and then maybe another 1 guy, and then we'll close this bad boy out. Who wants to share next? I see Nancy looking at me. I think she's ready. She's like, I am ready. What's up, Nancy?
Nancy's name is not Enrique, by the way. Hey guys, I'm so excited to be here. Man, that was an amazing testimony from Nola, and that made me really happy. I kept looking over at Enrique. I'm like, wow, I can't get over the stories here. So we actually came into the business a couple of months ago, and you know, we tried the product. We had an instant, you know, experience on it. We saw the power of it. We knew it was amazing, right? For me personally, it's given me a ton of energy. I have thyroid issues. You know, I'm in my mid-40s. Some hormonal issues, and you know, I was one of those people, truthfully, that I would get tired quickly. So like, I'd get out of the shower, and I've heard since that there are a lot of women suffering like this, and I would need to lay down, which is crazy, right? Because I look like a fairly healthy, normal human being. So with this product, I only take it once a day, and I feel great all day. Unlimited energy, no crash. My mood is better. I'm a single mom. I've got 2 teenage girls. They're very, very busy. They're very chatty. They're very fun. And, you know, anyone knows you can run out of patience when you're running a business and you're busy. And what I found is I was always a real positive person on the outside, but that wasn't necessarily how I was feeling on the inside, right? And that's the biggest difference for me on this product is I feel that same positive that I give everyone else for myself now. Like, I feel that happy on the inside, and that's an amazing way to live. And truthfully, when we first came in, we were like, okay, this is an amazing product. We didn't realize how incredible it was till we started seeing our own customers have dramatic health transformations. And that's when we were like, oh my gosh, we can't hold back anymore. We've got to really go out there and talk to everyone about it, because we don't know who needs it. Most people hide their suffering so well. You don't know they're having numerous health problems. They're on so many antidepressants. They have anxiety. They're not sleeping well. And, you know, when 2 products paired together can take care of so many different issues, it changes people's lives from the inside out. And we've experienced that in just 2 short months with our own customers. And when we started getting those, and we weren't even asking for them, they were messaging us after a few days, after a week. And we were like, wow, you know, it's not just you and me. It's not just the people that we see that we don't know. Now it's affecting people that are close to our hearts, you know, our family, our friends, and our customers. So just blowing me away every day, this product. Absolutely love it.
That's incredible. Thank you so much, Nancy, for sharing.
You're welcome.
Who is going to be next? Who wants to share their amazing story? And guys, we just want you all to hear multiple different stories because, you know, if you're like me, after I heard these stories, I could not deny the fact that I need to try this stuff. So who wants to go next?
Hey, it's me, Shelly.
What's up, Shelly?
Hey, I had to pop on and tell you guys I love this family, number one. I started sharing happiness on August the 3rd. Currently, I have gone from a 16 to a 3. I've lost 64 pounds. I used to sit in the shower and cry all the time. I take care of my husband at home, and I just didn't understand why things had to be the way they were. But since I started these products, I don't sit and cry anymore. I get out. I want to share these products. Like, people got to try it. You got to try it. It's amazing. But I absolutely love it. I'm having good results with myself. Lots of my friends are loving it. I just wanted to say thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you. And congrats on feeling amazing again. You notice she's like, I've been sharing happiness, right? Guys, that's literally what we do. We share happiness. We share something. I mean, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to see that there's a huge need out there, that there's a lot of people struggling. When you turn on the TV, there's all of these different commercials all about, you know, anxiety and depression, and take this pill, but then it spends 15 minutes, you know, going over all the side effects and might cause instant bleeding or death, but you'll be happy, maybe. So guys, we're talking about something that people are already doing. And I know there's that one or two crazy people out there that might say, you know what? I don't drink coffee. Great. We have a happy hot chocolate that does all the same things that the coffee does. And then you can still take this capsule, the happy pill, and basically get the same results. You also heard people mention keto cray, which is like a healthy fat for your coffee for those that are keto friendly or love the coffee and want a natural creamer without all the sugars and all that. It's amazing there. Guys, we have hemp products that will blow your mind, that literally are water soluble, that your body takes in, and what people are experiencing with, you know, pain and inflammation on this product and that product has been mind blowing. For instance, like one day after I got off the boat, like the next day, I literally woke up. I couldn't stand up straight. I felt like I was run over by a car. I took some good wipeouts behind the boat and I was sore. I took this pill and a couple squirts of that Hemplavate, and what I felt literally within an hour, I had zero feelings that I had when I had woke up and couldn't. I felt amazing. Felt like nothing had ever happened. So guys, we have some amazing products from even a skincare line. All these different things we have for you. So what is the business? I know many people are out there and saying, you know what? I'm not really good at sales and all that, and that's fantastic because we don't want you to go out and sell this product. We don't want you to be a weirdo and now all of a sudden go out and have to try to sell to all your friends and family and all that other kind of stuff. But if you're like most people that get on this product, when people try this product, they just know that they need to share this with other people. So what it does is, so now you can get to reframe something from another perspective of, instead of now I have to go out there and go sell this to people. Guys, it's your opportunity to share it with people and to be able to literally impact them and help change their life. And for those people that just don't want to share it with anybody, what it really boils down to is you're selfish. It's selfish because you're worried about what other people think or whatever, when a lot of people have been praying for something to help bring them peace of mind and clarity and focus and all these different things. They have been looking for something, and we get to be the one to share it with them. So it's been amazing what has happened. I shared where we were financially. Well, guys, a year later, 13 months later, we're in a totally different place. So not only did it help us out, you know, with the depression and all the anxiety and the things I was dealing with from that, but guys, financially, because we went out there and shared this with a lot of people, our life has absolutely been blessed in so many ways financially. We're making more money than we've ever done in our entire life. And some of you all might be looking at this and going, well, you know, I just might want to make an extra $500 and that would impact you. Great. Some people are watching this and they're saying, you know what? I want to get flat out wealthy. The cool thing is the elevator gets off at any floor. Wherever you want to get off, you get off. You want to make an extra couple $100? Awesome. But if you want to get flat out wealthy, we have the tools. We have the system to be able to do that. So what does that look like? How many of us are on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, I'm going to go over 2 different strategies and then kind of share how we get paid. That way you can make an educated decision about your freedom and your finances, and if this is something that you want to do. We already know that most of you all, after listening to all these stories, are at least going to want to get happy and try the product. Awesome. But some of you all are sitting there thinking, all right, so what is this business thing and how does it work? Well, if you're on Facebook, you can literally ask someone the simple question. I'm going to tie these 2 ways together. One is, have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? Because everyone that's drinking this is talking about it. So you can ask them that question. What happens is most people go, happy coffee? That sounds like something I want to try. Or no, what is that? And now you have permission. So there's 2 ways you can do it. If you're a Facebooker and you want to do the whole Facebook thing, guys, we have Facebook groups that have a bunch of stories on, what the product's doing for people. And you just ask a very simple question is, hey, there's a Facebook group that explains where there's a lot of stories where you can see what it's doing for so many people. Do you mind if I add you to that group? Then go and look through there with the stories that you might have, and you can even search in those groups and say, you know what, this story is going to resonate with them, and tag that person in that post. Add them to the group, tag them in a post, and then if they have questions, then put them in a messenger thread and introduce them to somebody that can answer the questions better than you can. Because if you're like me, you're probably like, hey, I don't want to answer a bunch of questions. I don't really know a whole lot about that. I'm not a good at sales. Well, great. You don't need to be, because we have systems that do it for you. The second way is, hey, if I sent you to a quick website, when do you think you could check it out? So say, for instance, you're in the grocery store and you're talking to somebody, wow, what a beautiful day it is. Awesome. What do you do that you're able to be here in the middle of the day, right? If that's what the case is, or compliment the person. What do you do? How long you been doing that? Awesome. Sounds like a lot of fun. They ask you what you do. Have you heard about the happy coffee everyone's been talking about? No, what is that? Oh my God. Boom, share your story real quick. Very quick, 30 seconds. What it did for you, how it impacted you, kind of like the stories you heard tonight. Share your story real quick and say, hey, if I sent you a website, would you look at it? Awesome. What number do you want me to text it to? So now you're going to text them to a website. The website I like to use is ahappydose.com, or you can send your landing page from the thing, but I like the A Happy Dose because we have some testimonials on there. And when people hear the testimonials, they want to be on the product. So, guys, if you can do what I just shared with you, you can have success in our company. So now you're going to follow up and you're going to say, hey, did you have a chance to check out that link? Yes, awesome. Can you see why I'm so excited? And most people are going to say yes. And then what you're going to do is you're going to say, great. What testimonial stuck out the most to you? And they're going to tell you. And guys, if you've seen those testimonials, all of them are going to blow you away. So you say, me too. And then you're going to say, yeah, most people love that testimonial. So were you wanting to become a customer and be happy, or were you wanting to help other people be happy? Right? And then now you're going to basically figure out where they stand. If they start asking questions, you know what? That's a great question. Let me introduce you to a friend of mine. I'm brand new. I really don't know a whole lot, but you got to hear their story. And then you put them on the phone with someone else. And the reason why I wanted to go over all that with you all tonight, because some of us have been telling ourselves a story for a long time on why we might not be able to be successful. Well, guys, you might not be good enough to join the NBA, but I promise you can go out on the court and dribble that ball. And if you can pass the ball to Michael Jordan and let him take the dunks for you and let him take the shots for you, how many of us would join the NBA? I believe everybody's hands should be up for that, because if you wouldn't let Jordan take the shots for you, you're a crazy person, right? Let them take the shots for you. When he makes the shots, you win. Guys, we have the dream team. We have many people that can do the work for you when it comes to answering questions and things like that. So to get started as an affiliate, it's really simple. We're talking about under $100 investment. For $99, you can get started as an affiliate, and that's going to give you a virtual business system to where you can basically use an app from your phone to be able to track and run much of your business. It's also going to give you tax deductions. How many of us like to save money on taxes? Because we have another app that's going to be coming out on the 25th. It'll be in your back office. that basically tracks everything for you, even tells you what your deductions are and how much you're going to have to pay. Guys, just alone, whether you want to make a ton of money or not, the tax deductions of having a home-based business will blow your mind. Absolutely blow your mind. So the value there for $100 is more than that. You get a bunch of other stuff as well, but we're going to wrap this up pretty quick. When you get started as an affiliate, it really boils down to this. You're going to get paid between 10 and 30% on all the customers that you share it with. For these two products together, we're talking about under $100 for these two products, which that means at 10%, that's $10, right? 20%, that's $20. At 30%, it's $30. Well, how does it decide? Well, it depends on if it's a smart ship or if you're a super affiliate. What is a super affiliate? It's somebody shared the product with, a certain amount of people, and they have more volume, and it pays you more money. So if you like the fact that you can get 10%, all you have to do is just say more money, and you can make more money, really, by just helping people get on this product. So guys, I get pretty fired up where I get to go out and decide how much money I make. But unlike the job, or unlike, say, for instance, if you are a realtor, you go out there and share this product one time. On the job, you have to show up the next day, the next day, the next day, and you get paid for your time. That's called a linear income. You're trading hours for dollars, or however your job or business is set up. What I love about this is what I call a circular income, because you do something one time and every month comes back around that they order, you're going to get paid again, 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 and again. So just imagine you have 100 customers that are on this product. And even at the 10%, you're looking at $1,000 a month income. At the 20%, $2,000 a month. And if you're sharing it out with other people, retail and stuff like that, you can make as much as 30% on the product. But guys, imagine that coming in every month. That to make $2,000 a month residual income at 6% interest, you would have to have $400,000 in the bank. So you can, on a part-time basis, create an income that has more leverage than $400,000 in the bank at 6% interest. And guys, if you have a savings account, you know that banks aren't paying anywhere close to 6%. So we're talking about exponentially having a whole lot more money to be able to create the kind of income on a part-time basis that you can do by impacting people and their happiness. So guys, this is where it really gets exciting. When you share it with other people, many people are going to feel the same way you did, and they're going to end up telling other people about the product. Well, they really basically have to, they have a choice. They can share the product, and they can refer them to you, and you can get paid, or they can share the product, refer them themselves, and they could get paid. Most people will say, I want to get paid. So with that, if they become an affiliate as well, guys, we have what we called a leveraged income. See, one of my mentors told me, he said, wealthy people don't work for money, Chris. He said, wealthy people work to create assets that throw off money. When you start to develop a team and other people start sharing this as well, they become an asset to your team. So with that being said, the problem with the job is if your name's not, if it's a job, or even if it's a business, if your name's not on the door, you are the asset for that company. And the problem with that is if your asset's not at work, you're not getting paid. So with this, you can literally create a passive residual income that pays you month after month after month, kind of like owning a bunch of real estate that you don't have to manage because other people are out there doing it as well. And it's a residual income that comes in month after month after month. Guys, I don't know about you. I get fired up when I can roll out of bed, go to work, and make some money. But I get a whole lot more fired up whether I roll out of bed or roll over in bed and I'm still getting paid. That's when it gets exciting. So guys, if this resonated with you and this sounds like something you want to explore further, get with the person that invited you on to the Zoom tonight and let them know where you are. We already know most people want to get happy and they want to at least try the product. Because the worst thing that can happen is you stay the same miserable self you are now. Or you can get on this product and feel amazing. But the worst case scenario is you stay the same. We have a money back guarantee, which is incredible. So, hey, if you're number one, you just want to be happy, awesome. Let the person know that invite you on this call, you're number one. Some of you all might say, you know what? I know some people that could benefit this. I might refer a few people. Hey, I'm sure you can work something out where you can get some free product by referring people over to the person that referred you. That's awesome. Hey, you're a number two. And number three is like, dude, will you shut up and how do I get this? I don't want to jump off of here and get with the person that invited me on so I can get that link because I want to get started. Because a blind man can see this. Ray Charles could see this opportunity, and I'm ready to get started. So, guys, if that's you, you are number three. So give the person, invite you on this call tonight, and, hey, let them know I'm a 1, I'm a 2, or a 3, and get started. So, guys, with that being said, everyone have an incredible night. What I can tell you is, again, we shared you don't have to know everything. We're going to be having another one of these calls tomorrow night. And all you have to do is share, have you heard about the Happy Coffee? Send them to the website I shared with you, and then get them on this Zoom tomorrow night to get all their questions answered and get started. With that being said, everybody have an awesome night and take care.
Good night.
All right, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Well,
I don't know
there
what
lies
about
behind
candy.
walls and gates and gardens.